Now turning to New York, where Tuesday's mayoral primary race to the finish has left the future of the Jewish community of New York in question. 67-year-old former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo lost the Democratic primary to 33-year-old state assembly member Zohran Mamdani. Mamdani, a Muslim, has called Israel's actions in Gaza a genocide and even refused publicly to condemn the slogan, Globalize the Intifada. Joining us now with more from New York is Rabbi Marc Schneier of the Hampton Synagogue and the founder of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding. Good evening, good afternoon to you. Thank you for being here.
Pleasure, Emily.
So you have been quite a busy man. I know you have had a many-year close friendship with Cuomo, and you've been right side along him during the campaign. Are you as surprised as so many people that he did not pull through and that Mamdani was able to overtake him?
I'm very surprised. I'm very disturbed, dismayed, if not frightened. On one hand, I'm disappointed on a personal level in terms of my friendship, abiding friendship, with Andrew. But in terms of the city, in terms of the Jewish community of New York, I think that Mamdani's victory is the biggest threat facing any metropolitan Jewish community since the election of Karl Lueger as mayor of Vienna, that notorious anti-Semite. And not only did hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers support this man Mamdani, but more frighteningly supported his message, his anti-Israel, his anti-Semitic rhetoric and diatribe. This is a man who on tape said that the three most important letters in the English language are BDS. This is a man who said that as mayor, if Prime Minister Netanyahu, the democratically elected Prime Minister of Israel, were to visit New York, he would be arrested for war crimes. This is a man who refuses to recognize the state of Israel's existence as a Jewish state. This is a man who refused to sign on to a resolution condemning the Holocaust. So this is a very, very serious consequence. It's a very serious challenge now to the Jewish community, to Jewish New Yorkers, for that matter, to all New Yorkers, to make sure that come November, this man does not become the mayor of New York.
So with that said, we know that Andrew Cuomo does have the ability to run as an independent, so there are still people in this race. You don't hear it too much. But where is he standing with that right now? Do you think he's going to give it a go to prevent Mamdani from becoming the next mayor or doing his best to do so?
I think there is a chance. I know that Andrew is evaluating all these options. Mayor Adams today had a big rally announcing his campaign for the general election. Mamdani, of course. You have a candidate, Curtis Sliwa, is a great friend of the Jewish community, a great friend of Israel's, on the Republican side. So I think in the next 48 to 72 hours, we will know. And there's even now discussion of drafting a dark horse candidate similar to a Mike Bloomberg type to be drafted to enter this race also. But I think that the objective, the challenge is clear. We must defeat this candidacy. We must safeguard and protect New York's Jewish community. I mean, only imagine if Mamdani was mayor and you had protests at NYU and Columbia against Israel. I mean, only imagine if Israel, God forbid, entered into another war with its neighbors. Only imagine if the Prime Minister came to visit the city of New York. We must, the Jewish community and its leadership, we recognize that we must rally, we must coalesce around the right candidate who's able to defeat this Democratic challenger.
What do you make of the fact that so many Jews, I mean, we know New York Jews generally are more liberal, but that so many just kind of ignored all of these signs and voted for him anyway?
Historically, we're our greatest enemy. It is beyond me why in this election he garnered 30% of the Jewish vote. But we have a history of sabotaging ourselves. It's very, very unfortunate, but thank God the majority of the New York Jewish community does not bifurcate between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism. Israel is at the very core of our Judaism. You cannot say, I'm not anti-Semitic, but I'm anti-Zionist. That does not pass here in New York, and why we are so vigilant in identifying the right candidate that will both defeat the man and defeat the message.
Wow. Rabbi Schneier, thank you so much. As always, definitely things are still quite tense, and we'll just see how it develops and if Cuomo will decide to continue his bid for mayor of New York City. Thank you again.